Hi everyone, I'm back today with another video, and it's going to be about the reasons why I used to buy things that I didn't need, um, the reasons why I used to buy things I didn't need. So like the first one is, you get that kind of like hit of excitement from buying something. So I remember like I would get a kind of niggly feeling like I want to buy something, I need something, I need to buy something to feel good in a way. So I know I would get this kind of urge, and I would like get on my phone or like get on the internet and like kind of browse, and you kind of want that excitement of buying something and getting something new and feeling like you've got something to be excited about, and it's fun, and you kind of I would feel like I was kind of getting closer to some kind of goal or some kind of perfect life that I thought that I would have if I had this thing, which leads me on to one of the other sort of reasons that I would buy things. And this concept I read about on the blog Miss Minimalist. Actually, I think the next two things I read about on the blog Miss Minimalist. So I'll put the links to her blog posts below. And the first one is wanting to want something. So it's just that kind of feeling, like even if you didn't need anything, just the excitement of like trying to find this perfect thing that you think that you need. So you might kind of have some justification for like, oh, I need a new pair of boots, or I need a new, like I was saying yesterday, I need to have a black blazer or a navy blazer in my wardrobe. So then you kind of, and then you get that thing, and then you think of another thing that you need, and you kind of go from one kind of thing to the next. And I know with clothes, for me, I would always feel like once I get this thing, then my life would be perfect, but I had this kind of sense that my life would be better, and that I was solving problems, which was another blog post that I read on Miss Minimalist blog that really resonated with me as well, is this idea that you solve problems by buying something. So like there's either, when you buy that perfect black blazer or navy blazer, then you'll never kind of be stuck for something to wear, or you've filled that hole and you've solved that problem. And Miss Minimalist, in her blog, she talked about how she bought a baby bounce rocker when she had a little baby. She was trying to solve the problem of her baby not sleeping well. And like I've got two kids, and like seriously, I went when both of them were little babies and they were still kind of learning how to go to sleep and stuff, because when little babies are born, they like, you can't just kind of put them down and they'll fall asleep magically. Like they kind of need your help. They like to be rocked and patted and all those sorts of things, and you just kind of desperately want them to sleep well so that you can get some sleep, or you can do something other than patting a baby to sleep or whatever. So like this was a period in my life when I had little babies where I was like desperate for solutions. And so I seriously went through so many, like I would buy all these different like swaddles. You can wrap, like babies, little newborn babies like to, some of them like to be kind of wrapped up and kept secure so that it feels like they're back in the womb, and they're because they don't have muscle control, so their limbs kind of like jerk around and stuff, and they can wake themselves up. So when you kind of wrap them up, then they feel a bit more secure and kind of cozy. And there's all these, but then they start to wriggle and they get out. So then there's all these, like there's so many products around where you can kind of wrap your baby up in this magical way that means that they're going to sleep through the night from the second that you put them in the miracle blanket or the this or the that. So I just like I bought so many of these like baby sleep solutions, and like we used the same thing the whole time, that we were swaddling our kids. But I seriously bought like, I don't know, like so many different versions of these things. But so, you know, I was trying to solve this problem when I already had the best solution kind of thing. And I recently kind of realized that I was always, like, things would come up in my life. There would be a sort of thing that would happen, and I'd go, oh, I must go and do this. I must go and buy this or get this, and that will solve this problem. I'm just trying to think of an example. Well, I think I like, my son is 4 and he's learning how to kind of get dressed and stuff. I mean, he can get dressed, but he gets frustrated. So I had this kind of urge of like, I must get clothes that are very easy for him to put on. And then I kind of thought about it and went like, he's okay with what he's got. Like, I don't need to go and buy him any new clothes so that it's easier for him to get dressed. Like, he's managing with what we have already. So yeah, just this kind of like idea that things are going to solve problems for you is just a little bit misguided. But the other thing that I've noticed as well is like in our culture, and especially in around fashion and beauty and stuff, the language that gets used is so kind of emphatic and sort of extreme. Like with fashion, it's always like this season's must-haves, or it'll be like the summer survival guide, or the summer festival survival guide, or you know, like this kind of like you must have it now, or like season is like, you know, wardrobe essentials, and you know, everything's so kind of like, the language is so strong for these things that, you know, like people don't have to have, like, I keep talking about the black blazer, but you don't have to have a black blazer kind of thing. Like, not everyone needs a black blazer, and not everyone needs a white shirt. Like, you know, I haven't had a white shirt for years. Like, I'm fine. And so, but like, you don't question it. You kind of, in the past, I didn't question it. I just kind of, or I did kind of think it was a little bit ridiculous, but then I also still kind of bought into this feeling that like I had to have these things, and that these things would make my life better and easier and more perfect or something. But, you know, not in every case, but in a lot of cases, these things just kind of complicated my life in terms of like, I just harder to kind of manage all these things, or, you know, like I already had the best thing anyway. I didn't need to go and buy something new, or, you know, like I would, like when I was talking about how something small would happen, and I think like, I have to go and buy this new thing to kind of like solve that problem. But if I just kind of let it go, then maybe that problem wouldn't come up again. You know, or maybe we'll find a way of working it out without buying anything. I mean, one of the biggest examples is buying storage solutions to manage your stuff. So, like recently, because I've been kind of doing a big clear out in our kitchen, and I had like a few baking trays and like serving trays and stuff, and I was like kind of going like, there was part of me that really, really, really wanted to buy some sort of storage solution to kind of, you know, neatly store all of my kind of like tray things so that it would look nicer. But I mean, the other solution is to have fewer trays, because a lot of those trays I don't use. Like, so I ended up just kind of reducing the number of trays I had in my kitchen, and I have not had a problem with how many trays I have. It hasn't caused me any problems having fewer trays. And I didn't need to go and buy a special, because you can get those kind of, it's like a big, an overgrown kind of toast rack that you can put trays into. It's like, you know, you don't need to buy more things to organize all the things that you don't need. But there's this whole kind of industry of storage solutions, which is solving a problem of how many things people have, when the other solution is to have fewer things, so you don't need to buy the storage solutions. So I just thought I would talk about those reasons why we buy things that we don't need. I don't know if anyone can think of other things. But if you're interested, then I'll put the links to the Miss Minimalist blog down below so you can read her posts, because I found them really helpful and interesting. Anyway, okay, thank you, bye.